Episode 2 of Dope Thief raises the stakes, throwing Ray and Manny deeper into danger while exploring their personal struggles. It's a mix of crime and betrayal, showing that the consequences of their actions are catching up to them. Ray persuades Theresa to go on a trip to Atlantic City, framing it as a fun getaway. However, his real motive is to remove her from the chaos unfolding in his life. He knows that if she stays, she might start asking too many questions or worse, get caught in the crossfire. By sending her away, Ray is trying to maintain control over his situation while keeping her in the dark. But this isn't a real solution, it's just a temporary fix. Ray's problems aren't going away, and sooner or later, Theresa will have to face the truth about the life he's living. Atlantic City, known for its casinos and bright lights, represents an illusion of freedom and happiness. Ray is using this trip to give Theresa a moment of peace, but in reality, it's a distraction from the dangerous world he's entangled in. Just like how gamblers in Atlantic City chase easy money only to lose everything, Ray is chasing a fantasy that he can keep his personal life separate from his crimes. This moment highlights the ongoing tension in his life. He wants to be the kind of person Theresa believes he is, but his actions say otherwise. His attempt to protect her by lying only proves that he's trapped in a cycle of deception. Ultimately, sending Theresa away is Ray's way of delaying the inevitable. He may have bought himself some time, but deep down, he knows he can't keep up this act forever. Ray visits his father, Bart, in prison, and the tension between them is obvious from the start. This isn't a warm reunion. It's filled with resentment, disappointment, and unspoken anger. Bart tells Ray that he told a recently paroled inmate about Ray's criminal activities. This betrayal isn't just a personal wound. It's a serious threat to Ray's safety. Someone out there now knows too much, and that could cost Ray everything. Bart isn't just Ray's father. He's a symbol of everything Ray is trying to escape. He represents the bad decisions that led Ray into crime, the broken family ties that haunt him, and the feeling of being trapped in a cycle he can't break. No matter how much Ray tries to build a different future, Bart's presence reminds him that he's still stuck in the world he grew up in. Visiting Bart is like looking in a mirror, one that shows Ray what he could become if he doesn't find a way out. Ray's relationship with Bart is complicated. He despises his father for his past mistakes and for putting him in danger, but at the same time, he can't completely turn his back on him. This struggle highlights the theme of family versus survival. Ray wants to protect himself, but there's still a part of him that feels responsible for Bart. Ray and Manny follow the trail of the ex-inmate, hoping to contain the damage caused by Bart's betrayal. But when they arrive, they're met with something horrifying. The ex-inmate and his entire family have been brutally murdered. This isn't just a crime scene, it's a message. Whoever did this wanted Ray and Manny to see it so that they know they're next. Up until now, Ray and Manny have been in control, using fear and deception to get what they want. But now, they realize they're not the only predators in this game. Someone more ruthless is watching them, and their usual tricks won't be enough to keep them safe. The slaughtered family isn't just a tragedy, it's a direct consequence of Ray and Manny's actions in the previous episode. The people they stole from aren't just angry, they're making a statement. By wiping out the ex-inmate and his family, they're showing that no one is safe, not even innocent people. This moment serves as a foreshadowing of what could happen to Ray and Manny. The bodies in front of them are a grim preview of their own fate if they don't act fast. Ray and Manny barely have time to process the brutal murder scene before they're suddenly ambushed. Two bikers attack them, forcing a chaotic shootout. Ray and Manny manage to kill the bikers. The fact that they were attacked so quickly means someone is already tracking them. This moment shifts the story's momentum. Up until now, Ray and Manny have been on the offensive, choosing their targets and running their schemes. But now, they're the ones being hunted. The illusion of control is shattered. The motorcycles also serve as a visual metaphor. Unlike Ray and Manny, who operate quietly and in disguise, the bikers are loud, aggressive, and reckless. They don't hide their presence. they announce it. This contrast highlights how different criminals operate. While Ray and Manny rely on deception, their new enemies use violence. This scene reinforces the idea that crime is never simple. One bad decision, stealing from the wrong people, has led to a chain of events that neither Ray nor Manny can control. The biker's attack is proof that violence leads to more violence. After barely surviving the shootout, Manny makes a split-second decision. He leaves Ray behind and rushes off to check on his girlfriend. Up until now, Ray and Manny have worked as a team, but this moment changes everything. For the first time, we see that Manny's priorities have shifted. His instinct isn't to stick with Ray, it's to protect the person he loves. Manny's decision symbolizes the collapse of their partnership. Until now, Ray and Manny have operated as a unit, relying on each other. But as the stakes rise, their individual fears and priorities start to surface. The fact that Manny immediately ditches Ray shows that their loyalty has limits. When pushed, survival comes first. The moment also highlights the fragility of trust. If Ray can't count on Manny, what's stopping Manny from turning on him in the future? This small act of self-preservation plants doubt in Ray's mind. This scene reinforces the theme of survival versus loyalty. In the world of crime, loyalty is often talked about, but when things go wrong, most people will do whatever it takes to save themselves. Ray, desperate and alone, searches for Manny but soon realizes he's being hunted. A biker spots him, and a high-speed chase through the neighborhood begins. Ray swerves through narrow streets, trying to shake his pursuer, but the biker is relentless. Just when it seems like Ray might not escape, a massive truck comes out of nowhere and slams into the biker, killing him instantly. This moment is shocking, violent, and completely unexpected. It's a rare stroke of luck for Ray, but it also serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of his world. The truck isn't just a random accident, it represents the chaos of crime. Ray was seconds away from being caught or killed, but fate intervened in the most brutal way. It's a moment that suggests he can't control his destiny, no matter how much he tries. It also serves as a warning. Just as easily as the biker was wiped out, Ray could be next. The truck is a reminder that death is always one wrong move away, reinforcing the dangerous game he's playing. Still processing the chaos, Ray gets a call from Theresa. She tells him he needs to meet with Michelle, a lawyer, about getting Bart released from prison. At first, Ray is reluctant. He has no love for his father, and their last conversation only deepened his resentment. But when Michelle informs him that Bart is dying of cancer, Ray makes a choice. Despite his hatred, he pays the lawyer's retainer to start the release process. Bart's illness is more than just a personal tragedy. It's a symbol of Ray's past slowly decaying. No matter how much Ray wants to move forward, his father's presence still controls him. Even as Bart faces death, he still has power over Ray's decisions. The lawyer meeting also represents a moment of reluctant responsibility. Ray is trying to escape the life he was born into, but taking care of Bart pulls him back into old obligations. Paying for the lawyer isn't just about guilt. It's an unspoken admission that Ray, despite everything, still feels tied to his father. This moment highlights a major internal struggle. Can Ray truly build a new life, or is he forever trapped by his past? Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.